have some speakers that will speak today. We'll begin with comments by Dr. Ernest Johnson, who is the president of the Louisiana State Conference, NAACP, and also a member of the National Board of Directors of the NAACP. Dr. Johnson.
Thank you very much, President King. We come here today because of the insults that has been leveraged against the African American community, not only in Louisiana or New Orleans, but the entire country. Because the building that we stand behind is one of the major court buildings in the United States of America. And to have a judge that would be sitting on this court make racial slurs or racial comments is unheard of, and that has no place in Louisiana and should not have any place in this country. And we are here today demanding that Edith Jones retire, or that the judicial system immediately remove her from the bench. It is a continuing insult, an insult that will not be tolerated in 2013 to have a person who's making a decision on cases even as we speak today. She should be removed. There should be no question about it. There should be no debate about it. We should have zero tolerance in this country when the judicial system that is supposed to be impartial have one of its members make any kind of comment that's out of order when it comes to citizens of this great country of America. So we stand here today. President King has organized this, and we want to say that we're here today with this press conference, but we want to make this promise that we will be back if this lady is not removed.
At this time, we'll have the Executive Director of Fuentes New Orleans comments, and that's Ms. Scarlett Lanza.
Thank you. Today we're here to speak on behalf of the Latino immigrant community. The comments that were made were really harsh for our community at a time that comprehensive immigration reform is being debated. We need to make sure as a community that this doesn't affect our community. People are going to be left out from the immigration reform if if our justice system is not fair and treats everyone equally. The Latino community is really impacted by racial comments. We need to make sure that this doesn't happen again. The Fuentes is advocating for a just and fair system. Often in our state and in our city, we've seen that racial profiling and decisions are made based on the skin color, and we need to stand together. We are here to request that this doesn't happen again, and we're going to be making sure that our community has the right to deserve a fair and just system treatment. Thank you.
Next we have Mr. Robert Goodman from Safe Streets, Strong Communities.
Yeah, I'm here today in support of United King and the NAACP. Today, in prison, it's majority black men and Latino men. I think that for a judge to say the things that she said speaks to the profiling that exists in this country. Because of that statement, I truly believe that she should be removed from that seat. Thank you.
Mr. Pat Bryan for Justice and Beyond.
Again, justice is not justice. It is just us. We can't take it no more. The courts are supposed to be a place where justice is blind, justice is fair. But these courts have been rigged. All the brothers and the sisters need to know that the federal judiciary in Louisiana, as long as this lady sits up here, is rigged. As long as the federal judiciary has this lady on the bench all across the South, it is rigged against us.
Ms. Tracy Washington, Louisiana Justice Institute.
Good afternoon. Today I'm here in support of the NAACP and so many organizations that have come out to say, as Mr. Bryant just said, we want justice here. We stand in front of a courthouse named after one of our most famous jurists and civil rights fighters, a white man, John Minor Wisdom. We ask only that the jurists who sit in this court stand with that same and sit with that same value of John Minor Wisdom, who stood for civil rights across this region. This is why Edith Jones should step down now. Do honor to this court. Do honor to justice, do honor to the law, do honor to our Constitution. Step down before she is removed.
And what we'd like to come out of this is an awareness of just how important this issue is. When we have a jurist that's sitting on one of the highest levels of appellate review, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeal, that impacts across the board, impacts society, not only in criminal matters but also in civil matters. If we have a jurist that already has preconceived ideas of the persons that are appearing before them, so that's why it's important that the judiciary know how important it is to the community, so that we can have fair and impartial justice.